We've been working to find different ways that people can see themselves in the museum. We know from research that we're actually disconnected from what the teachers' goals are from bringing their students here.
Students want to touch, and when you come into a museum, it's don't touch, you know, stand back, be quiet. And so we're really trying to get to change the face of the museum and change the way students perceive it. That this is a welcome place where they can come, they can feel like they know what's going on, they can talk about the art.
We have 120 wonderful docents who are extremely committed to this institution, and we're revamping how they do tours, which means re-educating them. They are now, in addition to all the art history, needing to learn about the Common Core, about questioning techniques, about visual thinking strategies, to really change how they lead a tour and how they interact with the children.
We're really looking at totally changing the way we do tours. So tours used to be 6 stops. You'd rush from point A to point B to point C, and you know, it's run, look, run, look. And this is really allowing kids to kind of spread out, analyze it, and really gather it in depth, and that's kind of what we're going forward with the new tours.
The Nelson-Atkins Museum is very fun, and it's a very good experience to walk through and look at very pretty pictures.
I like how Terry Evans got the chance to get animals from the prairie and take pictures of them.
I think it's creative, and it has a lot of wonderful art, and it's just really colorful, and it's big.
You should really come here like a lot, because it's really fun. You can explore new places, you can look at more pictures, explore them, what's happening in them. And my favorite part is exploring like what's it about, like what's behind the story.
We chose a school on the Kansas side and a school on the Missouri side. Each school has a very ethnically diverse population. They have over 50% free and reduced lunch, which means, you know, that they're children of poverty. With the ethnic diversity, you bring a lot of different cultures and backgrounds together, so it's very rich in the conversation that you have. The schools also are targeted because they're struggling schools. And then the fourth piece of the puzzle was the support of the administration. I had the 100% support of the administration, and any great project works because of that support.
Well, I think it is indispensable and very important that we connect art, the kids, and the curriculum. As the teachers and superintendents are developing this new Common Core, the Nelson-Atkins and our education department wants to be a great partner so that art can be incorporated in many subjects that they deal with every day. With the Gelman exhibition of Diego Rivera, Frida Kahlo, and Mexican masterpieces, the kids who are working with us and their teachers, we are empowering them to tell us about how they relate to these works of art. For some, it's materials they've never seen. For others, it's part of their culture. And they're creating and helping us with their words to create labels that are for teens and by teens. And so all our efforts have been to try to work closely with the different school districts in understanding their new requirements and matched it with our great docents so that the magic of this kids being in contact with art happens, and at the same time that their teachers are satisfied that it brings an added value to a visit to the Nelson.
My name is Alejandro Schlegel. This is my second year here at Shawnee Elementary, and I'm fortunate enough to be working once again with my mentor, Rosie Reardon. I've really been with her for 12 years here. What we're doing here is kind of a culmination of a project that she did when I taught 3rd grade at Dorothy Moody, and it was a visualization through OpenCourt, our reading technique, and looking at the pictures, our illustrations, and thinking, how can we read a story through visualizing? And really incorporating Common Core, that deeper level of thinking. And it was such a cool component, and the data proved that it was working, this visualization.
I think that all of her life she's been depressed and she's been lonely for a long time.
What do you feel? Ethan, what do you feel? It kind of looks like she's about to be sent away somewhere, or
like someone died because like they're giving her objects from maybe like an orphan and she's going to a family or something and she's
Maybe she is an orphan because through life maybe she's like maybe she lost her parents and she's hoping that she's gonna get because maybe like in an orphanage they don't really pick the big kids, they want to pick the smaller kids.
We flash forward 6 years. Rosie is now with the Nelson-Atkins Museum, had that same technique of using visualization, getting that deeper level of thinking of application or higher. And over the summer she had this great idea of using Shawano as a test school. One thing led to another where we had the support of the district, the support of our teachers, the excitement of our students, and now we're working on visualization of deeper level thinking through reading.
Working with the Nelson-Atkins Art Museum has been a very cool experience for us. My third graders, who are only 8 and 9 years old, get to go to the museum now 4 times by the time this project is over. Most of them have never been to a museum. They come from social economic backgrounds whose parents probably haven't even been to many of the museums. So this opportunity for the kids to go and learn about the art and learn about what it takes to set up an exhibit is a very awesome experience for them. The higher level thinking that the directors from the museum and the ladies that are helping us, that are having our kids do when they come, is amazing. Some of the deep thinking and just taking things a lot deeper than what we have been in the past will really prepare them for a Common Core when that comes around next year. So some of the responses that I'm getting out of these kids just amaze me every day, and they're just pulling them deeper and they're using the art to do it. Being able to work alongside with the Terry Evans exhibit is very important for these kids at school because they're using multimedia. We're bringing in technology by using the cameras. They are studying science because they're looking at change over time. And so lots of different skills are being incorporated into one assignment right there for these kids. And so they're creating high-level thinkers and just using lots of different senses and lots of different pieces that these kids are asking to pull from.
We went outside for one day and then we had like little frames. We put them on and we had to put our code number on the frame and take a picture of the frame and the code number and the thing that was inside the frame. And from then on we had to write a description about what was in the frame and we had to draw a picture of what was in the frame.
In some ways I think I have always been an artist because when I was very little, 3 and 4, my favorite thing was to draw. But that's the favorite thing of many children. So I'm not sure what happened to me except that it continued to be my favorite thing to do, and my parents encouraged it. The best thing is that they brought me here to the Nelson-Atkins to take art lessons when I was very little. It made me very excited to see student work influenced by my work. And I was hoping that it only meant a kicking off point. Of course, it's never worth anything to have someone else imitating what another artist is doing, but it clearly was just a starting point. And I've been inspired by so many artists, so to know I'm inspiring someone else was wonderful. Wow. Oh, these are marvelous, marvelous. If you think you love art and want to be an artist, then you must just follow your heart. And you must just keep making art. No matter how hard it is sometimes, and no matter how much sometimes you feel like giving up or like what you're making isn't really worth it, it is. It really matters.
You know, this whole experience has been outstanding because the kids are so engaged from day one, saying, oh, we're going to go to the Nelson a bunch of times, to understanding why they're going to the Nelson. That critical question of answering why, they can answer that now. You know, they understand who Terry Evans is. They understand the Jacques and Natasha Gelman exhibit with the collection of Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo. They have knowledge behind it. They can answer the questions. It's such a rewarding project, and it's a partnership of Shawnee Mission School teachers to retired Shawnee Mission School teachers to the Nelson-Atkins Museum of Fine Art. We hope this is a viable program, can continue not only in our school, but in schools around the city.
Early exposure to the arts enriches your life in such a way that you become more creative, you have critical thinking abilities, all of the things that are essential in today's world. So I think that working with the school districts to develop their common core curriculum and putting the arts center in all of the disciplines will give our children the future tools they need to be successful.